Live from Quezon City, Philippines. Your news, current affairs, and public service channel, Margo TV Philippines. Live.
Direct from the Philippines, we come to you live here on Margo TV. Are we going to international or can we use the Taglish? Okay. Well, it's nice to be back on air after almost 5 decades. Yeah, that's how young I am now. At sa lahat po ng ating mga kaibigan, I just hope you will still remember yours truly noong pong kasama ko pa ang mahangin. Yung idol nating lahat, pagdating sa hangin, no other than the late Rodcaster Navarro. We have had many times na marami kaming magandang pinagsamahan. From microphone to caliber 45 shooting. We used to practice shoot at Batangas, Lipa. And also, pagka we feel like taking coffee, we used to stand by in any 5-star hotel in Metro Manila. Doon nami-meet po natin yung ating mga personalities from politics to showbiz. At ang marami kong pagkakataon na hindi malilimot ay yung paghaharap namin ng personal ni Cablas Ople. At ang pinaka-interesting sa lahat is with Cadoroy Valencia. Because I know Cadoroy Valencia is the advisor of our then president, I should say, the great president, Ferdinand Edrolin Marcos. And maybe I can show or what I mean, yung eksena ng pagkikita namin ni Cadoroy Valencia. While having coffee in a hotel here in Makati, Cadoroy came in. Sinalubong siya ni Rod Navarro at ipinakilala ko. What happens next is a laughing situation because Rod Navarro never expected that I can mimic the voice of Cadoroy Valencia. Perhaps para po sa ating mga kababayan, medyo maalala po ninyo, nung magharap po kami ng Cadoroy Valencia, Rod Navarro told him, "Cadoroy, meet my man Friday, Ricky Boy." Nung batiin ako ni Cadoroy, "How are you, young man?" "I'm fine, thank you." "My God, that is my voice, Rod. Please, I want to hear your real voice, Mr. Mendoza." "Yes, sir. Yours truly, Ricky Mendoza." "Oh, how I wish I could sound like you. I love your voice. And I love your voice more." Doon tuwan-tuwa ang Cadoroy. At sa pag-uusap-usap naming tatlo, Rod Navarro, Cadoroy, may mga pinag-usapan kami noon na may kinalaman sa magiging future ng ating bansa. And come to think of it, we're maybe counting maybe less than a month from now. Yung pinag-usapan namin noon na pagbabalik. Hindi pa siya umaalis noon meron na siyang sinabi, "For sure, I will return with flying colors." "Oh, is that true, Mr. President?" Ayun na nga, diniscuss amin ni Cadoroy Valencia yung magiging succession of events at from that conversation, casual conversation, nalaman po ng inyong lingkod na ang atin pong Presidente Marcos ay totoo pong walang kasalanan. And come to think of it, na puro ano yun puro bashing ang inabot niya sa grupo na sobra ang insecurities kay Presidente Marcos. At right there and then, after that what you call happy event between yours truly, Cadoroy Valencia, and Rod Navarro, we proceeded to other topics, though personal. I came to admire the old man. Ang tanong niya, Ricky, what do you think of me being a rich man? Well, as an advisor of the president, and I know everybody who is close to the president, they amass wealth. Excuse me, that's not true, sabi niya. Because yours truly is an entrepreneur, sabi niya. You know what I did in Batangas? I raised as many cattle. I started with one pair of cattle. Now, it's more than 1,000 cattle. I have as many cows. And believe it or not, if I want to raise money in less than a day, I can earn as much as 300K by merely selling some of my cows. That is a secret between you and me. Pero ngayon, wala naman na si Cadoroy, pwede nang ikwento. As for my former boss, Rod Navarro, marami po akong natutunan sa kanya. Sabi niya, I see to it, Ricky, na you have your own car. Kaya after a month na magkasama kami ni Rod Navarro, he provided me with a Toyota. And true enough, kahit na hindi ako marunong mag-drive, kinuha ko pa rin. I hired a professional driver to coach me in driving. And after a week, natuto po ako magmaneho. I'm driving along EDSA going to our station at Eagle Broadcasting, Maligaya Building. I came to realize na yung mga sinasabi ni Rod Navarro, having a car is like having an extension of your domicile. Parang nasa extension ng bahay mo yan. At pagka meron ka mga importanteng appointment, you can assure your friend or the guy you're about to meet, Padre, you give me 2 to 3 minutes, I'll be there. That is one big advantage of having your own car. At pagdating naman sa business, don't be late. I learned something from Rod. Kasi ang alam ng marami, si Rod Navarro, Pilipino. No. He admitted to me na he is a Polish. Dugong komunista ako, sabi niya. Dugong Poland ako. May pagka-German ako. Oh, what's the significance, Rod? He made mention, eto ugali namin. If you will notice, lahat ng MCing job nating dalawa, yung sideline natin, never ako na late. Because our principle, you have to be always an hour before. You should be on time. The Americans, on the nose, they call it on the nose, meaning exact on time during appointments. But we Germans, sabi niya, we are ahead 1 hour before each appointment. Yun, I gave importance on that particular statement of Rod Navarro. I tried to practice it, and I found out na maraming tao, you gain respect from people you are dealing with, especially when it comes to business matters. Even on my personal experience, in my dates, during my younger days, mahal na mahal ako ng mga naging girlfriend ko. Because as always, I am ahead 1 hour before our date. Kaya pagka naaalala ko yung mga pagkakataong yan, nung ako po ay mga nasa 30s, 40s, 50s. By the way, when I reached the age of 50, I can hardly convince some of my acquaintances that I'm already 50. They thought I'm only 30s, which is why kung i-treat nila ako, hindi parang senior kaysa sa kanila. At one more good thing, marami ako natutunan na lesson sa maging business partner namin ni Rod sa broadcasting. Even yung voice modulation, yung voice mimicry, I was able to learn voice mimicry because before Rod and I came to DCEC, I'm already a radio drama talent. One more thing about being a drama talent, you are forced to impersonate. You have to feel and think that you are the guy in the drama. When it is old, feel old, think old, and talk old. Here's one example. Pag sinabing old man, i-adjust mo yun. Okay, magsasample tayo ng ilang eksena. Mga apo, ano ba ang ginagawa ninyo diyan?
Lo, kami po ay maglalaro po kami ng TikTok.
TikTok? Ano ba yan, TikTok? Sira TokTok?
Hindi po, Lo. Hindi po. Yun po yung sayaw ngayon, bago.
Sige nga, panonoorin ko kayo. And then, pagka nakita nung lolo na sumasayaw na yung mga apo niya, the old man will also follow. Kaya yung gap between the old and the young ay napapaikli, nagiging closer ang relationship between the old and the young. Even millennials, and I am proud, in my encounter with millennials, nakukuha ko pa rin ang kanilang sympathy. I kept on telling them, all of you millennials are just like me. Oh, how come, sir? All of you millennials, you are called millennials. We seniors, we are called millennia. Ituturo ko yung forehead ko na may linya. O, di ba? Sounds the same. Kaya hindi naaasiwa yung mga bata na makipagbiruan, makipag-usap. They feel at home kasi they came to know this old man is kalog. Every time na may mga gathering, I see to it na ma-entertain ko both the young and the old alike. Kasi with that, ang tawag ni Rod doon, bangka. Kailangan magaling kang bumangka. Pagka magaling kang bumangka, nakafocus lahat ng atensyon ng mga tao sa paligid mo. Which I adopted and it really worked. Kaya ang nangyari nun, both young and old, kahit saan nila ako makita, hindi nila ako babatiin. Hindi nila maaring kalimutan yung mga punchlines na narinig nila sa akin. Now, in the future, perhaps I have prepared this program long time ago. I was only 25 then nung may conceptualize ko itong program na ito. But I was not able to air it in any radio station because of the turn of events. Nung panahon na medyo umiinit ang situation sa ating bansa noon because of political upheaval, hindi ko na i-push through itong program na ito, which is, I think, sa tingin ng marami, simpleng-simple, maliit na bagay, pero responsible for so many things in this life. Why? Kasi with this simple little thing, it will open everything. Whatever it is, it may be a safe, it may be your door, it may be your relationship. Kapag marunong kang gumamit nitong tinatawag ko na, by the way, dediretsahin na po natin, magiging title po ng program po ng inyong lingkod ay Susi. I-feature po natin yung iba't ibang uri ng susi sa buong mundo. Hindi po yung physical na susi lang. Kasi yung physical na susi, pag na-present mo yan, iba't ibang sizes, tapos na yung program. Wala ka ng ano. Whereas, in the broadcast parlance, marami kang subject na pwedeng buksan. Yung pagbubukas mong yun, ng mga important events, you can call that susi. Sa English, opener. Marami kang pwedeng buksan. Ang mabigat nito, yung matagal na inilihim sa kailaliman, sa kadiliman. With that program, may enlighten ang ating pong mga listeners, viewers. Makikita nila na napakahalaga ng susi. Because it will be responsible for everything. Kasi mahirap yon na ikaw ay nabubuhay sa mundong ito na parang wala lang. You have to be resourceful, mag-iisip kang mabuti upang sa ganon, magkaroon ka naman ng saysay. Meron kang kapararakan, may pakinabang ang iyong kapwa at ang mundo sa iyo. Hindi na sayang yung pagkakalikha sa iyo. Which is why, as we go along, matutuwa po kayo sapagkat may mga bubuksan po tayo na it's either yung iba matakot, yung iba maaaring malito. Pero in general, this program will enlighten the minds of everyone. And that is one thing na gustong-gusto ko pong isagawa itong later years ko sa mundo. At my age now, siguro kung okay lang, pahuhulaan natin, ano? Yung makakahula, bibigyan ko ng, teka muna, kukuha muna ako ng agimat kay Rod Navarro. Ririgaluhan ko kayo ng 150,000 na halaga ng kurbata. Okay ba? I asked my former boss, Rod, why do you always sound braggadocious? Napakayabang mo, napakahangin mo. I really developed that kind of style. I want to be naughty but nice. May mga nagalit ba sa akin? Sabi ko, meron, pero sandali lang kasi napapatawa sila. It reminds me one morning, every time Rod is out of the country, I handle his program. It is a 3 to 4 hour program, talk show. Hindi ko akalain na ma-handle ko yun. Na ang kinakaba ko nun, baka sabi ko kulangin ako ng subject. Pero I came to realize later na kulang pala yung 3 hours na non-stop talking. As I was saying, marami po ang natutunan ko kay Ginoong Rod Navarro. Kaya hope you won't mind na paminsan-minsan nare-recall ko yung memory na nakasama ko yung isang sikat na personality. I even asked him, Rod, why don't you accept the truth that you are the number one announcer in the Philippines today? I beg to disagree, sabi niya. Kasi ayoko maging number one. You know what? It's like climbing the Mount Everest. Pag narating mo yung tuktok ng Mount Everest, nag-iisa ka lang doon. Ayoko nung nag-iisa ako. Gusto ko may mga kasama ko. Siguro pwede na ako second lang. Not the number one. Yung simpleng paliwanag na yon, I came to realize kung anong klaseng personality meron yung mahangin na tao. Andun yung kababaang loob niya na pati pag-i-express niya, matutuwa ka. Hindi yung very light ang dating. Hindi ka mukha ng iba na pag nagpa-humble effect, obvious. Hindi naman ako ganyan kagaling. Yung mga ganon. Pero siya hindi. Andun pa rin yung yabang. Ayoko maging number one kasi malungkot sa itaas. Mas masaya. Andito lang ako sa pangalawa or maganda nga sa pinakaibaba pa. Kasi mas marami ako makakasama. Mga kamukha natin mga announcer. Kaya lang, sabi niya, huwag magagalit ang marami, sabi niya. Sa lahat ng announcer sa buong Pilipinas, ang inyo pong lingkod ang pinakagwapo. Sabi ko, walang pasubali na ikaw sapagkat you are not a Filipino, you are a mestizo. Ayun, tuwan-tuwa yung matanda. Pero with your permission, total hindi pa naman yung program proper na susi, ano? Ikukwento ko lang yung mga magagandang pangyayari sa buhay namin. When we had a shooting session in Lipa, maraming nagulat because Rod Navarro is known to be a Sergeant 45. I was able to handle his 45 and I found out nasa spring ang pagkakaiba. He told me, Ricky Boy, lahat nung bote ng Coke, pili ka 7. Ilagay mo sa ibabaw ng pader. Iharap mo lahat sa akin. Tatanggalan ko ng puwet yan. Padadaanin ko yung bala sa bunganga ng Coke. Tatanggalan ko sila ng puwet. To my big surprise, akala ko yung haharapin niya na itatapat yung 45, no. Akalain mong nakaharap sa akin, patalikod pala niyang patatamaan yun. Ipinapatong lang niya sa balikat niya. Tapos, pagsilip nun, ako pa tatanungin, Ricky Boy, kalabitin ko na ba? Nasa iyo ang gatilyo. Habang nag-uusap kami, kakalabitin niya yun. Magugulat na lang ako. Yung bote ng Coke, sasayaw eh. Yung pala, natanggalan na ng puwit yung bote ng Coke. After 7 shots, you pick them up, sabi niya. Salatin mo yung bunganga ng Coke. Pagka may bungi, titigil na akong pumutok ng 45. Kako, boss, why naman? Kasi laos na ako nun pagka nabungi yung bunganga ng Coke. Ganon siya ka-efficient pagdating do sa kanyang 45. Pero hindi ko akalain may surprise akong nagawa sa kanya. Kasi itong kahit maliit na kamay, Napakalakas ng grip ko. Pinahiram sa akin yung isang Magnum 357. That gun is the lethal weapon used by the assassin of Ninoy Aquino. Magnum 357. Yan, kahit yung kalahating pulgada na bakal, lumulusot ang bala niyan. Nakatuwaan ko lang, Rod, this will be my first time to shoot a gun. Go ahead. Kaya pala hindi siya kumikibo nung nakita niya. Hawakan ko yung Magnum with my right hand and fired it. Nagulat siya, sabi niya. Ini-expect niya tatalsik sa kamay ko yun kasi kung malakas niya sumipa ang 45, doble mo lakas ng sipa ng Magnum. Tinamaan ka talaga ng aswang. Hindi man lang natinag yung pagkakahawak mo. Kasi alam ko pagka baril, kailangan hawakan ng mahigpit. Otherwise, baka pagtula ka ng demonyo yan kung sa'yo pa humarap, mahirap na ka. Those were the days na talaga namang natutuwa ako pagka naalala ko na ako'y napadikit sa isang interesting personality. Well, up to now, ugali ka pa rin yung pag may namimit akong tao na sa tingin ko, may may kakaiba siyang katangian, I see to it that I befriend him to know who really he is, ganon. Pero for women, graduate na ako. Bait na ako ngayon eh. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Kasi akala ko may kausap akong yung Barbie doll. May angulo si Juby kasi na parang Barbie. Yan.
Okay.
Okay.
At syempre,
Testing.
tayo po'y magpapasalamat na.
Okay.
Yan.
Well, before we wind up, let me share this important food for thought today. Love people, not money. Use money, not people. With that, thank you very much. I'll see you again. Ricky Mendoza here.
Wow!
Live from Quezon City, Philippines. Your news, current affairs, and public service channel, Margo TV Philippines. Live